see our current leader. And about to work on the beam, Vera Kolesnikova. She had a 9-9 on this event yesterday.
And if anyone can feel comfortable finishing up on balance beam, she can. This is her best event. 2 back handsprings, lay out, step out. Solid. She's always in complete control on this event. She may not be the very best gymnast in this competition, but one thing she's not doing is making mistakes.
I think that's a real key here, is that some of the top-notch performers have made major mistakes. She's very clean. I don't think that she does a very great beam routine because she doesn't have very much difficulty in the exercise compared to Omelianchik or Shushunova, but she won't give you any deductions.
And she has a lead that's going to be hard to overcome right now unless she makes a major mistake.
And you know she's got to be thinking that right now. No mistakes.
Nice high scale. And here comes the hardest part of her exercise. She dismounts with a triple twist. Oh, and a little bit off to the side. That hop's going to cost her.
Vera Kolesnikova on the balance beam. She's the current leader, though.
Now, as you watch in slow motion, the twist is fine, but she's off in direction, so she hops off to the side. It's not a spectacular routine, but there were no real deductions.
And the score, a 9-9-0. So she's finished for the day with a total of 78.55. That's her final score as we look at Yelena Shushunova once again, getting ready to work the bar. She has a score of 68.5, and a perfect 10 won't allow her to take the lead away from Kolesnikova.
Even so, she really wants to do well here on this last event.
I mean, she's basically handed the title to Kolesnikova today.
She's so strong on this event. That was a reverse hecht. Now into a ginger. She swings the bars just like the men do on high bar. Free hip to handstand. Giant swing. And a half in, half out. That's a full twisting double back dismount. No one does it better in the world.
And she had a perfect 10 on the bars yesterday in the team competition.
And Kathy, speaking of doing it like the men do on high bar, she has perfect position here. And that's a tough dismount because she's not as high as a man would be coming off a high bar, and yet she makes it easily.
What's even more amazing is the girl that never misses has missed twice in this competition.
She finishes with a 9-9-0 and a final score of 78.40. She's in second place as we watch Liu Fang of China on the vault, her first vault.
The Chinese have really improved on this event.
You know what amazes me is that she is so little, but she's able to generate so much power. This vault was actually invented by the Soviet team, but I think it plays into the hands of the Chinese very well because they never used to be that great on vaulting. But you can see there she gets tremendous height, good distance, and perfect position.
And a score of 9.65 for the 15-year-old from China. Her second vault.
Now watch, she has good speed, which is increased by the round off on. Oh, perfect landing.
That's a great vault. In fact, it's a little bit better than the first one because I think she gets better push off the horse right here, which sets her up and lets her drop right on top of the landing.
9.8 for Liu Fang on the vault. Our next young lady we've seen before, Oksana Omelianchik, she's in third place, and she'll be there because of the lock by Kolesnikova on first and Shushunova on second.
She also performs the round-off vault into a tuck Sulkahar with a full twist. It's not quite as good a vault as we just saw.
In fact, I think the score for Liu Fang's vault was actually too low. She only got a 9.8. It should have been at least a 9.9. You can see the difference here. Omelianchik does it very well, but her knees are tucked and a little separated, and she doesn't stick the landing.
And her score for her first vault, a 9.75.
You know, an important point to make, as you said, there's no way Omelianchik can move up, but there's a different motivation here. You want to hit. When you've come back from making a mistake, you've got to finish strong for yourself. And another Tatsukahara. It's about the same as the last one.
Her first score, 9.75. Omelianchik will be holding down third place. We watch the end of her vault.
This looks actually a little bit cleaner. Her legs are closer together. She takes just a little hop on the landing. I think the vault was a little better, Kathy.
So her second vault score, a 9.85. They'll take the higher of the two, and she finishes with a 78.10 and in third place. 13-year-old Gabriela Potorac of Romania. She's in fourth place right now, more than a point behind Omelianchik.
It's a very difficult mount she performed. A round off onto the board, lay out, step out, up to the beam. She doesn't quite finish all the moves. As you saw those split jumps, they weren't completely split. It's a little bit choppy. Back handspring, lay out, step out.
Of course, she has a long line of great Romanian gymnasts to follow in the tradition of people like Nadia Comaneci and Ekaterina Szabo, who were also excellent on the balance beam.
Her handstand pirouette.
Whoa.
Almost lost it there. She doesn't quite have the elegance that we saw with the Soviets.
But she's young.
Back pike, solid landing.
She is doing a lot of difficulties, so that's nice to see. Even though the routine is a little choppy.
Preparing for the dismount. Round off back handspring, double back dismount.
Oh, that's
stuck
tough.
it cold.
Gabriela Potorac of Romania.
That dismount again. You have to be right on. And she is.
Gabriela Potorac of Romania, her final score 9.8. She finishes in fourth place. So, checking the final standings, the Soviets own the top three spots, with Vera Kolesnikova finishing first, Yelena Shushunova second, Oksana Omelianchik third. As for the United States, Joyce Wilburn was 13th, Hope Spivey 16th, and Say 21st.